He says, أحل الله البيع وحرم الربا. Allah has made business halal and He's made riba haram. So now to understand why riba is haram, we have to find out, well, in what way are they different? This is terrible, because if drinking whiskey is bad, riba is worse than that. If committing zina with your next door neighbor's wife is bad, riba is worse than that. You'll excuse me if I raise my voice because I want to shake the hearts sometime. Now let me introduce you to something very sinister that occurred. In fact, it was more than something haram, it was riba. But the Prophet had said, sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam, about the riba which would come with Dajjal. What did he say? He said that it will be as difficult to recognize it as it would be to recognize a black ant on a black stone on a dark night. I mean, you don't need a PhD from the University of New South Wales to recognize. The only man who can see that ant, the black ant, on the black stone on the dark night, is the one who has some light. You don't need a PhD to understand that. Huh? Nobody else can recognize it. Nobody else. Not even with a PhD from Al-Azhar University. You cannot recognize it. Unless you have Noor. And guess what? It isn't sold in the stock market. Noor. يَهْدِي اللَّهُ لِنُورِهِ مَنْ يَشَاءُ. Allah guides to His Noor whomsoever Allah wishes to guide. Riba, we know, is lending and borrowing money on interest. When money is lent on interest, Allah declares, that is not business. If you meet a man coming to the market to sell his goods, and you buy his goods from him before he could enter into the market, and when he entered into the market, he finds out that he could have gotten a better price in the market, that's riba. Why? You exploited his ignorance of the market price to get a profit or a gain greater than that to which you were entitled. The Americans describe this with a very pretty phrase. They say, you ripped him off. That's riba. And who is the thief? And so this is riba. This is riba. Why? because of the verse of the Quran, وَلَا تَبْخَسُوا النَّاسَ أَشْيَاءَهُمْ وَلَا تَبْخَسُوا النَّاسَ أَشْيَاءَهُمْ. Do not diminish, make little the value of people's property, people's labor, people's sweat. It's haram. It is riba because of the hadith. If you rip off somebody, then that's riba. This is a rip-off. My 1 month of sweat has now been reduced to 2 weeks. Okay? What does Allah say about this in the Quran? It's there in the Quran. It's there. But we don't notice it. The Prophet Shu'aib alayhi salam, and the market or the economy of the people of Shu'aib alayhi salam is a corrupted market. There's a lot of ripping off going on in this market. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala responds to it in the Quran, and He declares 3 times in the Quran. Listen to the words. وَلَا تَبْخَسُوا النَّاسَ أَشْيَاءَهُمْ. Do not do this. My 1 month is now reduced to 2 weeks. Not diminish and make less the value of people's property, people's labor, etc. That is haram. And so this money, which is losing value, is by the definition of the Quran haram. What they did was to control the price of gold. Can you control the price of a commodity? Yes. If you can establish what is called a monopoly, then you can control the price of a commodity. The Prophet ﷺ cursed the one who establishes a monopoly. If we do this, if we borrow on interest, or if we lend on interest, put our money in a fixed deposit. Let me quote the last hadith and we now end. What are the implications for us? They can't change this hadith. No. This is Sahih hadith. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ cursed all 4. And he said that they're all equally guilty. He cursed all 4. And he said that they were all equally guilty. The one who takes riba, the one who gives riba, the one who records the transaction, and the 2 witnesses. And he says they are all equally guilty. If they are all equally guilty, what is the implication? What is the punishment? What is the punishment for the one who is taking riba? It is there in the last revelation. وَمَنْ عَادَ فَأُولَٰئِكَ أَصْحَابُ النَّارِ هُمْ فِيهَا خَالِدُونَ. If you are taking riba, even after this revelation has come, then not only do you belong to the hellfire, but more than that, you remain there forever. Forever. That is the punishment for the one who is taking riba. What is the punishment for the one who is giving riba? He borrowed money on interest to buy a house. And even after this lecture he would not make tawbah. He would not go back home and sit down with his wife and say, we have committed sin. We must get out of this. We must make tawbah. We must seek istighfar from Allah. And we have to get out of this riba as soon as we can. No. He's not convinced. He still continues to write the check every month to pay the interest and to pay the mortgage. The Prophet said that his sin is equal to the one who is taking riba. What about the one who is working in the bank, recording the transactions? His sin is equal to the one who is taking riba. What about the one who is witnessing the transaction? His sin is equal to the one who is taking riba, the money lender. If their sins are equal, then it follows that the punishment must be equal. They will all enter into the hellfire, and they'll remain therein forever.